Welcome to Sports Talk New York. All right, I'm your host, Matt Palizzi, and yes, this is Sports Talk New York. And yes, this one we're going to talk a little MLB and the Yankees. All right, let's roll here. I'll go right to the standings and get them done with, and then we'll talk about the Yankees and Mets, and probably start with the Mets. All right, so here we go. This is Tuesday. The Yankees are up 2 games on Baltimore. They are 78 and 54. Baltimore 76 and 56. And in Boston, right there, 67 and 64, 10.5 back. All right, and you got Tampa Bay and then Toronto pretty much battling for the last spot in the division. Then we got Cleveland, 75 and 57. They're up by a game on Kansas City. They're up by 2.5 on Minnesota. And then you got Detroit. And then you got the White Sox with the worst record in baseball history. All right, then you got Houston, 70 and 61, 3.5 ahead of Seattle, who has just totally collapsed. 67 and 65. You got Texas at 60 and 71. And then you got Oakland, and then you got the Angels battling for the last spot there. All right, now we go to the National League. You got Philly, 77-54. Atlanta, 71-60. The Mets, 68-63. Then you got Washington, Miami. Yeah, they're down there. All right, Central. You got Milwaukee, 75-55. Cubs, 66-66. Yeah, there's no one even close. Milwaukee's going to coast to that division. And you got St. Louis, and then Cincinnati, and then Pitt. And then you have the Dodgers, 78-53. Just half game better than the Yankees by just one less loss. Same amount of wins. And you got Arizona, 75-56. San Diego, 75-58. And you got the Giants, and then you got Colorado. All right, so that's your divisions. Now we go over to the wild card. And you've got Baltimore, Kansas City, and Minnesota. And then 5 games back is Boston. 5.5 back is Seattle. And then Detroit, 6.5. I'm not even going to go any further than that because, to me, I think it's really down to Baltimore, KC, Minnesota, Boston, and I'll say Seattle. I'll give them a shot. I don't give Detroit a shot. All right, so that's that. So now you go down to the National League. You got Arizona, San Diego, and Atlanta. And then you got the Mets at 3 back. Cubs, 5.5. Giants, 5.5. And we'll just stop right there at St. Louis, 6 back. All right, so that's your standings. Now we'll go in and talk a little Mets here. Let this load up. For some reason, it's taking a while here to load. All right. Well, we won't go talk about the Mets. Let's go back to the home, and we'll talk about the Yankees. All right, so over the past... Okay, well, they're not going to load up either. I don't know what the problem... let's try it now. See if it does it now. Come on. Come on. All right, well, we're not going to mess with this. All right, pretty much what I was going to talk about is pretty much the Yankees have been getting themselves back on a roll here. And they've been playing really good ball. Judge is just unbelievable. Like, I was talking to someone the other day, I think it was last week, and we were talking about how, if Judge could get to 50 by, the beginning of September, we'd be happy with that. We would really be happy with that. We would think that would put him on pace to sit there. He is just smashing that ball. Now, if you go back to the weekend, the Yankees took 2 out of 3 against Colorado. And in Sunday's game, he hit his 50th and 51st. And along with that, Soto hit his 37th. I think it was Judge then hit his 51st. And then Stanton, Giancarlo Stanton, he hit a home run. So they had home runs back to back to back, which was awesome right there. Now last night they played Washington and beat Washington 5-2. And yeah, he had an unbelievable catch in the outfield where he just absolutely robbed somebody of a home run. So we had that last night, and then also he had his 1,000th career hit, which was sweet. The Yankees, he did not hit a home run, but the Yankees went on to win 5-2, and now are just half game out of the overall best. They had the best record in the American League, the overall record between two leagues. They're just half a game back of the Dodgers for that. So, yeah. Let's see if this is working yet. Come on. There we go. Alright. This is all I need. Alright. So, they played we'll go back a week here. We'll go back here. So, they lost to the then they beat the White Sox, and they took 2 out of 3 of the White Sox. Then they lost 2 out of 3 somehow to Detroit. They had a little, yeah. Then they took 2 out of 3 against Cleveland, and then they just took 2 out of 3 against Colorado, and they played Washington last night and beat them. So that's where we stand with that. Now let's try to get the Mets up here. See if we can get theirs up. Alright, well, here we go. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we'll go back right about the same time where I went back with the Yankees. They lost to Oakland. They won. They lost. They lost 2 out of 3 to Oakland. Then they took 2 out of 3 against Miami. They took 2 out of 3 against Baltimore. And then they just played a 4-game series here. So they split with the Padres. And they didn't play yesterday. So they played today. So that's where the Mets stand. They're going to finish up a series with their Arizona series. And they got the White Sox. So they got some series here where they should be able to start making ground. Alright. I'm pretty sure that is it for this podcast. Just wanted to get a little baseball in there. It's getting exciting. You've got the MVP, you got the home run race, it's getting going here. We're almost to September, and we have just September, and that's it. And then October is playoff time. I'm your host, Matt Polizzi, and this is Sports Talk New York. Hope you all have a great day. See ya.